lot of people ask the question, can I do maple in my home? The big problem with that is that when you're boiling off, all that steam that's coming off is basically water, and when you start filling your house with all that humidity, it's not good for the house. There's been reports of people actually having wallpaper slide or come off the wall because there's so much moisture in the house. So we don't really recommend doing the full process in the house. On some applications, we say, go ahead and boil it down as much as you can, say on an outside evaporator or a turkey fryer, and get it down to where you only need to finish it a little bit. Then you bring it inside onto a small pan. Then you can finish it on your stove. It would be no different than boiling a pot of water, say to make a macaroni or pasta or something like that. So, but you certainly don't want to boil water in your house for 7-8 hours straight, because it puts quite a bit of moisture into your home, and it's not good for the inside of your home. So what we have here is this line comes in from two tanks that are up above behind the sugar house here. This is our head tank is back here, or our feed tank. Travels down through this tube, goes into this here is called a steam hood, and inside this steam hood there's 30 feet of 3/4 inch copper tubing, which what we call as a preheater, and it's really taking the steam from the boiling sap inside the pan. The steam goes up, encases the copper tubing, and in turn warms the sap up to anywhere between 160, 180 degrees. And then it enters in on the other side into a float box, which controls the level inside the pan, and then it travels through the different flues of the pan. This unit here is what they call a 2x6. It's 2 foot wide, 6 foot long. It's a 2-pan system, meaning it has a bigger back pan with flues in it, and that's just a different. The bottom is basically has peaks and valleys in it to give more surface area. More surface area equals higher evaporation rate. This unit here gives me about 35 to 38 gallons an hour evaporation rate. Theoretically, I can make a gallon of syrup every hour and 15 minutes or so with an evaporator like this. Most people have the idea of a wood stove where you want that nice, slow, even burn. With the maple, it's the exact opposite. We want to get this burning and boiling as hot and as fast as we can get it. Typically with this unit here, I will fire every 7 to 10 minutes. I'll be loading it with wood, chock full, close the door, and turn the blower back on and just keep it burning as hot as we can, and that keeps our evaporation rate up, and then we can process the sap a lot quicker. Off to the right in the back corner is where the sap's coming in, raw sap, about 2% sugar from the tree. Comes in the back corner. There's 2 dividers in there, making this back pan have 3 channels. So essentially what it does is it comes in the back corner, travels down that one divider into the front corner, goes under a little hole in the divider, goes down the middle towards the back again. There's a hole under the divider that's closest to me, and then travels down this last channel over here, and then exits out of this tube, and then heads into the front pan, and it does the same thing in the front pan, coming in here, traveling down this channel, going underneath the divider here, traveling back, going under the divider over here, and then traveling to the front corner, and that's what we call the draw-off side over there. And that's where we would draw off the near finished syrup or finished syrup. I have made syrup complete off of this evaporator, but I tend to, again, I like to draw it off a little bit early. Well, it's not quite syrup. Finish it on a propane finishing pan where I have control over the heat, and I can shut it off when it's exactly to the right sugar content, which is 66% sugar.